Hello there, and welcome to the Marketing SOS Show. I'm your host, Eric Yee. And the purpose of the Marketing SOS Show is for me to connect with you and listeners like you and answer questions relating to the realms of marketing or business that you may have. I promise to give impartial advice based on my years of experience in the field, and I am more than happy to take any kind of question, whether you're a student, a marketer, a business owner, or just someone looking for some advice. I'm here for you. So if that fits you, if you have a question or some lingering issue, drop me a line, eric@marketingsos.ca. I'm here to help. Just like on today's episode, I'll be helping Christine, who's dealing with an industry I have very little experience in. That's the auto brokerage industry. This is where you go to an auto broker, tell them the car you want, tell them the price you want, and they find it for you and try to get it at the price that you asked for. Very interesting. I actually didn't realize that this actually existed. It makes a lot of sense that it does. So let's get to Christine's question just after this. So Christine writes, "Hey Eric, I have a client who's an auto broker. He finds people who are looking to lease or buy new cars and helps them with the process. He tracks down the car they want and has negotiation skills, connections at dealerships, and understands the economics of leasing and buying cars. He adds a lot of value and really helps people get the car they want at the best price. He recently came to me for help with finding new clients. He has an idea to make flyers and go to a very busy area and hand them out and put them on car windshields. He lives in a city that is very high income, where most people lease their personal cars, as per his data research. I'm not sure about his flyer marketing plan, and I was wondering if you had any other ideas about how to drum up business for this kind of service. Any help is appreciated. Thank you." So Christine, thanks for writing in. It's a very interesting question. Definitely an interesting industry, I'm sure. Now, regarding the flyers, I actually don't hate the flyer idea. It's not an unsuccessful strategy. It is a little old school, and you are hitting the pavement, You're doing a lot of walking, you're talking to a lot of people, you're actually putting in a lot of effort, which I always think is good. However, sometimes high effort activities aren't always the smartest activities to take. Now, while I do like it, and I'm sure he'll get some clients this way, it is a bit of a shotgun approach. You're plastering flyers all over, and you're talking to people that may not be interested. They may not be motivated buyers. So in effort, he's likely wasting his time with a lot of these people. Now, if you could hire someone to go out and put flyers on cars, maybe that's a different story, and maybe he should look into doing that. It may not be the best use of his time. And the one reason I don't like it is you're not necessarily targeting the right consumers with the purchase to intent. So I do think it'll get him clients, and it might be great for general awareness and for people to know about his service going forward in the years to come if they actually need a car. But for his marketing dollars and time, there's other avenues that may offer a better return. So I think the first thing I kind of touched on a second ago is we need to target people with the intent to purchase or lease within the next few months to a year. These people will be Googling specific car models and other search terms. Google Ads and search engine marketing is your friend here. That is what you should be recommending. These are motivated buyers with the intention to make an action. You need to target them where they're at in their search and their journey. This should definitely be the primary focus of your strategy. Now, a secondary focus would be social media advertising and trying to target a similar segment of motivated buyers. Now, this one's definitely a little bit different because when you're doing social media ads, you're interrupting people as they're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram, and they may not be interested in your service at this time. However, if you can use the targeting tools available to you and get down to the nitty-gritty and figure out this audience and get in front of them, it's going to be a fantastic opportunity as well. Now, you could also do another approach where you're not necessarily looking at finding people at that specific moment, but you can build awareness of his service and just keep getting his name out there. So that way in months or years to come, when people are looking for his service, they'll have his name drilled into their head from all these social media ads you keep running. Now again, it's not going to get you a lot of return right away. So you may want to spend your marketing dollars on those more high value leads and then closing them. So another thing that he should be doing as part of his regular business practices here is he needs to get referrals or incentivize referrals from past happy customers to build a word-of-mouth network. Now, you didn't mention it within your question, but he needs a website, and a website that clearly explains his company, parts of his process. You don't want to give everything away, obviously. Testimonials from customers, and success stories. It'd be fantastic for him to do a blog. And you can create blog posts for him that could outline some of his notable success stories and how he went about it. One thing I really like with this would be, on social media, you see those informational videos or posts where they have like text overlays kind of telling the story while the video is showing a person progressing through their life or whatever it is. You could do some of those informational social media ads with text overs explaining the story, showing what his clients wanted, what the dealers wanted to pay, how far he went to find the car, and what the end deal was. These would work really well. People pay attention to them, and I think especially if you get motivated buyers at the same time, you'd have magic there. Now, how does he position himself? You mentioned that there's a lot of people leasing, and it's a high-income area where he lives. Is he targeting those high-income individuals? The flyer strategy may make him come off as sort of a used car salesman, that kind of vibe, depending on the content of his flyers and how things are worded. So you should really look at how he's kind of positioning himself. He really should position himself as the go-to person in that area to find the car you want at the right price. All his content, business cards, etc., they need to reflect this. So Christine, thank you so much for writing in. It's a very interesting industry. I would actually love to play around with a client like this and give them some advice and see what actually works and what doesn't. I think he has a real opportunity here to position himself as, I hate the term thought leader, but the thought leader of auto brokerage in his area. I think it's a fantastic opportunity, and I really hope you can build his brand up towards achieving that kind of goal. Now, for those of you out there listening who kind of have maybe not a similar business, but a business where you're interfacing with the public a lot or with customers, and your service kind of has mainstream appeal like cars or other things, or perhaps even if it doesn't, and you have a very niche audience that may not be in your city, but maybe across the country. And if you are looking at how to reach more of an audience, producing free content that establishes yourself as, that term I don't like, a thought leader, but thought leader or influencer, don't like those terms, but you're establishing that you know your stuff. People can rely on your advice. You're getting them so much advice for free that when it comes to making that purchase, they should come to you. In our era right now, in the age of the internet and social media, this is a fantastic strategy. Building your authority and making people trust you through your content. And speaking of content, this is the end of this week's episode of the Marketing SOS Show. Please leave ratings and reviews on Apple Podcasts or whatever it is you listen to your podcasts. I really do appreciate it, and it helps grow the show. And if you have a question for me, it's eric@marketingsos.ca. I'm here for you. I got your back, and happy to help you in whatever way I can. So until next time, thank you so much. We'll chat again soon.